Do you need an official business plan when you're setting up your business from scratch? Probably not, no. Like if it's just you don't have any staff, you're not planning on having any staff anytime soon, and you're not looking for investment, then no, you don't need an official document, or you certainly don't need to spend hours getting everything clear. However, I would say, yes, it's a good idea to have some kind of plan, who you're selling to, what you're trying to sell, idea of pricing, stuff like that. Otherwise, you can very much go down a million different paths and still not reach any particular goal because you're just making it up as you go along. Whereas if you sit down and get clear in the beginning on what you're trying to achieve, it makes things a lot easier. So while I'm not looking for investment right now, I did go to a webinar this morning called Why Build a Business Plan, and I just find it interesting listening to other people. This bloke is a business consultant and he's worked for like lots of big corporate brands, so it just reminded me of how irrelevant some of this stuff is for the tiny people. When I say tiny people, I mean like solo workers, service-based businesses. It's just you, maybe you have 1 or 2 members of staff, but really, really small. You don't need to be that precise when you're not asking for investment from an outside source. As always, I've got 5 pages of notes, which I'll cover some of it as we go along. However, one really good thing that he did remind me of, and I spoke about it to my friend yesterday, is we forget how long stuff takes. If it's just you, it's going to take longer because you probably have other commitments, family, kids, pets, hobbies, whatever. So you can't be, working on your business 12 hours a day or longer. You can if you want, obviously some people would, but most people wouldn't be able to do that. So if you have this big idea that you're going to be making 70 grand by the end of the year or in a year, that might be a bit too big of a goal, especially when you only post once or twice on social media and nobody knows you exist. So yeah, anyway, that is it. I'll leave you with that. Goodbye.